What's up, guys? This is Big Worm 380, and we are back in the Total Beginner Tips series. I've been talking about getting a Therizino for a while, and I ended up getting one. It was kind of a spur-of-the-moment deal. That's why I didn't show the taming of it. Believe me, you might be thinking I spawned this in. I did not. It was. I say only. It was only a level 90, but it was right around the base when I was doing some grinding, getting some materials together and stuff. And he was right down there, right straight ahead through that little cut. There was actually two of them. Well, I tell you when I saw it. It was after I finished recording the Spino episode, and I was coming back, and I saw a couple of Therizinos, and I ended up getting one of the two. The other one was like a level 50 or a 40. And so I ended up going back and taming this one. The tame on it is exactly the same as any of the other stuff I've tamed so far. I'm not going to show every single tame that I do, and the reason why is if they're all real similar, I mean, it's all the same stuff. This thing tames on vegetables or berries. These are a pain in the ass tame, kind of, depending on your settings. I know I always talk about settings, but I just want to keep in mind that everybody understands, because this is for beginners. I want everybody to understand that your settings that you have on your server dictate basically everything. It's if you have a high tame speed, you're not going to need as much food. It's not going to take as long. It's not going to take as much darts or arrows to knock it out. It changes the whole thing. So basically, I got on a Pteranodon, and after I brought the Spino back and just got it to follow me and put it back in the old trusty trap here, I just flew right through the trap. He followed me in, hopped off, ran around, shut the door on him, knocked him out, and tamed him. Now, like I said, with my tame speed I have, it didn't take long. I got, I think it was some long grass, the corn. I just ran up there to the house, got it, and threw it in there, and it didn't take any time to tame. Now, Therizinos I say they're kind of a pain in the butt tame, and the reason why is they're kind of like beavers, and they're kind of like Spinos. Their torpor drops pretty damn quick, and they are slow to tame. They're pretty much just like beavers. They take a long time to eat, their food drops really slow, but their torpor drops really fast, so this is not a tame that you can just leave alone. You gotta have all your stuff ready. You gotta, if you're playing with closer to regular settings as far as taming. And I'll take the paintbrush, and I'm not gonna take the boxes. I don't need those. This is another good reason that this base spot's good, because you get drops, and sometimes I don't know that I've ever had a red drop here, but I have had purple drops at least purple. I don't know about maybe yellow drops, but I don't think I've ever had a red drop. But you do have some drops here, so that's pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys the Therizino. Now, this thing, basically, this replaces a couple of different dinos, okay? Now, I haven't leveled anything up on this yet. This is what it tamed out with. I don't think I put anything... Yeah, I didn't put anything into it yet, because I wanted to show you the leveling up. This is a relatively newer dino. It came out, a few months ago, or several months ago, but as beavers have been around a lot longer. So beavers are good at getting wood. We all know that. They get the weight thing. That's their thing they collect. So when they're loaded up with wood, it doesn't weigh them down as much as it does on you. So a beaver can carry a lot more wood than you can, even if you have the same weight as the beaver. Okay? So Therizinos are badass at collecting wood. Now, the gather rates, again, talking about settings, my gather rates are turned up, but you do get a lot more wood with the Therizino than you would with your axe. So just with one swipe on that one tree, I got 643 wood and 83 thatch. Okay, so they're not real good on thatch. They are really good on wood. Now, also, you have this secondary attack. It's like I guess it's a headbutt. Is that a headbutt or a bite? No, that's a bite. But you can collect berries with these things. I mean, I'm getting tons of berries. See, I'm already weighed down. All right, so as far as ranking this thing up, what I would recommend, depending on where you're at, you may want to throw some health on it. I'm not too concerned. I'll put I'll put health on it towards the end, maybe just a couple of points. It's already got 3,600 health. Stamina, I'm not really worried about. These guys move fairly good, so it's not like a beaver where they don't move very fast. So you want more stamina to get further. Movement speed, I'm not really worried about. What I am going to put into this thing is going to be melee damage, because just like everything else that gathers stuff, the more you put on it, the more you get, as you use it. Now, as you increase melee damage, you want to be increasing weight as well. That's me, not him. As you increase melee damage, you want to be increasing weight, because if you're not increasing weight, it's not going to do you any good to get 1,500 wood out of one tree if you can't move with it. So you want to be carrying. Let's see, is that even that's not even getting the weight reduction, is it? Maybe it's not. But you put a bunch of, it gathers it fast though. That's the deal. So berries and wood is what this thing is really good at, and this thing isn't as good as a Bronto, but the thing about a Bronto is they take up a hell of a lot of space. And they're not, I don't know. I don't like taming Brontos unless I just need to get the eggs. And I can't remember what the eggs are used for as far as kibble. But the eggs, I think, if I remember right, the eggs that Bronto eggs are used for the kibble, it's something that I don't normally tame anyway or care about taming. So Brontos aren't as useful as this guy, in my opinion, just because this thing moves faster. And, it moves faster, it gets berries, not as good as a Bronto, but it can move around a lot faster. So you can probably actually get more berries in the same amount of time as a Bronto, and it gets wood. So, that alone, to me, is worth it. Oh, and also, this is actually its secondary attack, the little fingers, that's why they call it a tickle chicken. So you can come up to plants, and you'll get fiber. Look at all the fiber I'm getting. So it gets fiber, berries, and wood. And here's the added bonus to having a Therizinosaurus. I'm going to dump a lot of this stuff just so I can move around a little faster. Alright, so you're out and about, or you want to go traveling, go on a little excursion. There's a Troodon. There's 2 Troodons right there. They're not going to mess with me on this thing. Let me see. I'm gonna go find a Carno or something like that, and I'm gonna show you what Carnos do around this. Carnos, Raptors, none of that stuff even aggroes on these Therizinos. You can cover a lot of ground and be perfectly safe on this thing. So let me go find one, and I'll be right back. Okay, here's a Carno right here, and he's chasing these. Oh, he's gonna fight that Chalico. I'm gonna let this play out. I think that Chalico's gonna win, depending on the levels we're working with here. Now, that Carno may win. Those Chalicos are pretty tough. Alright. He should be, after he gets done eating everything, he should be good. Okay, now he's good. But see, he's not even gonna mess with me. I can walk all around this guy. I can touch him, bump up against. Now, if I hit him, he will start attacking. If I jump off of the Therizino, he will come after me. But you can imagine the ground you can cover in more hostile areas with more Carnos and stuff like that. Anything from a Carno down, pretty much, will not aggro on a Therizino, which is pretty fucking awesome. Especially being that this is a ground dino. It's one thing if it's a flyer and, stuff doesn't aggro on it, or does aggro on it, that's fine. You can just hop up in the air and fly away. But, yeah, this thing is pretty badass. Alright guys, we are back. We're at the taming pen. We're near the base. We're basically in a safe spot where I can dismount. Okay, so here's what I was going to show you on the Therizino. So, we've got, I put some levels into it. Let's see, what else do we want? I'm just going to go 1 and 1 on each of these for now. Okay, so once you rank up its any level points available, if you notice here, you've got view harvesting levels. Okay, so delicate harvesting is your fiber, and I believe that affects berry collection as well. It may just be fiber though, I don't know. Power harvesting is going to be your wood. Okay, so I've got 15 levels, so I'm gonna put 8 levels in power harvesting and 7 in that. Now you can do all of one if you want, but I figure, you know, I'm gonna be using this thing for both. So why not, you know? See, I don't think that affects that right there, but you still get quite a bit, you know. So 654 wood. I mean, like right now, see, I need to start putting more weight on this thing because already I'm overloaded from 2 trees. But anyway, guys, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy back to the base and put up the wood and maybe make some charcoal for some more gunpowder. I don't know. I've got plenty of wood to do that. But yeah, it's kind of, I would say if you have the opportunity to tame one of these early on, this would be the way to go versus a Bronto or a Beaver. Brontos, I mean, Brontos get more berries than these guys do, but like I said, these guys are way smaller, and they're way faster moving around. Plus, you have the added ability to travel more, you know, not only because of the speed, but because of the fact that nothing aggroes on you. Almost nothing does. I can't remember if T-Rexes do aggro on these. I would think they would, but I don't know. I'm not really sure on that, so don't take that to the bank and go take your new Therizino around a T-Rex if it's not ready to fight one. Gigas, obviously, they will aggro on this, and they will kill it. But if you can get one of these early on, I would suggest doing this before a Beaver or a Bronto, just because they do, you know, they do both jobs, and it's a jack of all trades dino. You know, it's a 1 for 2 basically. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy back at the base, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, I will see you guys in the next one. Later.